You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Sometimes I just get angry when I see somebody watch an ex-man achievement and declare that was easy. They don't see all the struggle and all the failure. They quickly form allegiance to toast the winner. But in this life, there's the truth, and every tree you see have a root. And it's from way below the surface you bring up your food. Now Thomas Edison, the light bulb inventor, his 2,000 times he failed before the bulb could light. And when he reached age 67, a fire cost him 2 million. That's when the studio burned to the ground one December night. But he stood strong, faithful to his craft, and 3 weeks later released his first phonograph. You see, he had the stuff great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. I say he had the stuff great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Okay, Shaki. They say that pressure, it does make diamonds out of rock. And it's the same with the human character. When our dreams are dumbstruck in a jail, 2 men looking out through the same bars. One will fail, cause he see mud while the other sees stars. You see, while pressure humbles the meek, it strengthens who earnestly seek. It's the barometer that measures the strong and the weak. Because Martin Luther and South Africa Nelson Mandela, the darkness in their jail cell couldn't dim their lights. And civil rights advocacies only fuel more energies. For the more injustice rages, the more they fight. And for 27 years, Nelson Mandela suffered. And from jail became president of South Africa. You see, Nelson had the stuff that great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Shall I say he had the stuff that great men are made of? It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface.
This is Caribbean Vibes. This is Caribbean Vibes.
Check any success story take anyone you wish, and you'll see the road is often littered with blocks and rubbish. But as you clear one hurdle, you will meet another. And as you lift one burden, you'll hit the next gutter. You see, while your progress is slow, your determination must grow. Just affirm and confess the success you already know. Don't you know Elvis Presley was fired by Jimmy Denny? After just one show, he was told, go back and drive truck. And the great Beethoven of music, imagine he was deaf at 46, but that's when he produced his greatest musical stuff. And the great Caruso stood firm by his choice, although his teacher told him you can sing and you have no voice. But he had the stuff. Great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Oh, he had the stuff. Great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Yeah, Shaki. As a nation, we will do well to train our young, not to adopt a luck and chance approach or a gaming disposition. For they will dream of easy money and sweet tomorrow from a get-rich scheme with a 1 in 100,000 ratio. We need to teach foundations of truth, trees that send down good roots, not parasites that sucks at little gut fruits. Don't you know, as they Pandit walk so many miles barefoot to school, land in England with $6 to take his lockers, and after Napoleon Airman Robinson, imagine he was shot and in prison, half blind and dying. He said attack with full force. For such men with belly, leadership was meant. No wonder they're prime minister and president. You see, they had the stuff. Great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. I see they had the stuff. Great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface.
your soul needs some restoring. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, They may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. As you get in, ladies and gentlemen, please do your civic duty. Share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. Remember, you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Medite.
That's the young man himself, Dr. Rani Mohammed. We call him Dr. Love. You want to know me? Yeah?
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide. Divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE. We originate, not imitate.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And as we always say, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And we don't just say it, ladies and gentlemen, but we put that in words for you. Take a listen.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Tommy, a pleasant welcome to you. How are you doing today, Tommy?
Very good, Brother Anselm. And how are you today?
Today, today was another, it kind of overcast, Tommy. And it looked like if it's going to rain, but I heard it rain this morning. But so far, so good. I can't complain. How was you?
Well, it was splendid for us. I took a trip and it was very nice. I got lots of good help along the way. I want to thank Brother Ramsey for working out with me, for helping out. I want to thank especially one hostess, Raquel, who helped quite a bit, and everybody else on that particular flight.
Here we go. You can't complain, man. You can't complain. Tommy,
You know, who you think was first today? Take a guess. Take a guess.
I didn't
Take your
look.
time. Take your
I
time.
didn't. I didn't
You,
look,
you
but
ain't look. I know you ain't look, but just let me. All right. Let me give you. I'll give you 4 people, right?
GG,
Let me give you 4, right?
GJ,
Huh?
GJ.
No. Let me give you 4. Let me give you 4, right? And you could take a pick. It's multiple choice.
All right.
You have Mr. Intellectual,
Yes.
Vulsang,
Right.
Caribbean Soul,
CS.
and Miss Santa Cruz.
Miss Santa Cruz.
Bah.
Wilson.
Bah.
Okay, Mr. Intellectual.
Bah.
You gotta be kidding.
Tommy, you get it wrong.
All three. All three is.
Tommy,
So it has to be the one that I didn't call.
the one you didn't call. Call it. Caribbean Soul.
Wow.
Yeah, Tommy, I kind of surprised that you ain't give me by Caribbean Soul. Caribbean Soul. So, folks, First in the Village was no other than Caribbean Soul.
Welcome, Soul. Congratulations.
Yeah. Tommy, it's weeks he fighting for that, weeks upon weeks, right? He finally make it. He made it today. Caribbean
All
Soul.
right, Soul. All right, Soul.
Yeah. Congratulations to you. He says, good afternoon, WZYE TV and listeners. Share, like, and subscribe is the code in the village. Correct is right. Share, like, and subscribe is the code in the village. Yeah, folks. So, folks, we crossed the 17,000 marker today. The goal is 20,000. As Mr. Intellectual has always said, the goal was 20,000. We crossed the 17,000 subscribers marker today. And it's only because of you that you all continue to support us here on WZYE 95.9 FM and the village. And we want to thank you so very kindly.
From the bottom of our hearts.
Yes. We thank you so much. Next one was Mr. Intellectual. Blessed evening, Pro Uncle T, and all villagers. I hope you all had a tremendously blessed and productive day. Yeah? You see what I say? Look, before I even say it, Mr. Intellectual say, yes, people, we are nearing 20,000 subscribers mark. Let's see if we can do this before the end of the month. Mr. Intellectual was the one who pushing for 20,000. He was always pushing for 20,000. Yeah, Mr. Intellectual. You're right. You're up on your game. You're up on your game. Mr. Intellectual says, Soul, Bull get a whooping this evening. Bull, where you there? Yeah, he get whipped so bad. You know what time he coming, Tommy? Listen to what time Volsan coming. So let me go back, eh? Listen to this. This was a whooping, Caribbean Soul came in at 3:54 p.m. Right? 3:54. Right? Look what time Volsan coming. 6:11 p.m.
Uh-oh.
That is a whooping with a Gova whip.
Wow.
And you soak it in pee. Tommy, you ever get licked? You ever get licked with a whip soap and pee? Soak in pee?
No. I never did.
Nah.
At Wall Street, let me tell you this. I used to get licks,
You didn't used to get licks?
because I always try to walk the straight and narrow line.
So wait. Let me ask you a question, Tommy. In your years in Trinidad, you get licks 10 times?
I can't remember getting licks 10 times.
No, but if
It's
you
only
can't remember
it's only my grandmother. As I got older, my grandmother was trying to rein me in, but I had already bolted from the stable.
Tommy, you can't remember getting licks 10 times when you grew up in Trinidad.
Because I said, when you're afraid licks, you just try to walk straight.
What you talking about? I was afraid licks too?
but you didn't fit.
I think in Schumacher Clavantel, I must get the most licks out of everybody.
The only time I remember getting licks
Yeah.
is in school, and that we had a teacher used to, anytime I get anything wrong, he used to give you a stroke.
So you never get licks in school?
Yeah, in school.
But so you get more than 10 times in school then?
Probably.
No. Probably ain't good enough. Nah. So
No,
folks,
because I was very attentive.
I was I was the most attentive person in the class. I used to get the most licks.
Our common entrance teacher was rough. His name was Mr. Dublin. We used to call him Doubles. We used to call him Doubles.
Eh.
He was, in my opinion, mean.
Really?
If you get something wrong, you could be getting things right all along. You get it wrong, you had to put out your hand.
Yeah.
You better put out your hand and take one. And he used to have a whip.
If you're right, you're wrong, and if you're wrong, you're still wrong.
No. If you're right, no lick. No shots.
No, but if you're right, you're wrong, and if you're wrong, you're wrong.
No, if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're all right.
So folks, let me ask. I'm asking a question. Any of you in the chat went through your childhood days and never get licks? Any of you went through your childhood days and never get licks? Never. Me ain't gonna lie, Tommy. I ain't gonna lie. Growing up in Schumacher Clavantel, I get plenty licks.
My mother told me when I was very young, she once decided to whip my butt because I was being rude. I was very young. I didn't even know about it. She said, and what happened is that
hold on a minute. Go ahead, Tommy.
The belt slipped. And whacked me on my private part, and it got swollen up so badly that my father, when he came home, he told her, "I'm gonna call the police for you." She said she got scared.
And that was it.
But she said after that time, I was most obedient. It took that to rein me in.
Yeah, Tommy, I could see you as a very obedient. Mr. Atlanta, welcome. I could see you as very obedient. Mr. Atlanta, you ever get licks in your childhood days? Hello?
Hi. Good.
Mr. Atlanta, welcome.
Good evening, Wall Street.
Good evening.
And Tommy.
Good evening.
Everybody on the chat. I had to come in because we never got licks in our family.
You know, Mr. Atlanta, somehow.
What we got just now.
Wait 1 minute.
What is that?
1 minute, Mr. Atlanta, somehow.
Okay.
I figure out that you, in your family, all they used to get licks.
Yeah, but what we got was worse than licks.
What is worse than licks?
Because we got lectures from an early age, very small, and we had preferred if we got a lick and done that, and that it will hurt and it finished. But a lecture was worse.
Mr.
To sit down and listen at 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and thing, you never get licks, but we got just as bad, not bad, just something to us I don't find,
Mr. Atlanta,
it was good not getting licks, but
what part of Trinidad you grew up? What part of
but
Trinidad?
we never got licks.
What part of Trinidad you grew up? Mr. Atlanta, so you never beat your daughter? Miss Georgia never get Miss Georgia never get licks from you? Miss Georgia never get licks? Never beat your daughter? Miss Atlanta?
Look like she hung up.
Like she won't answer that question. Miss Atlanta? I feel she daughter take with she phone from she,
Nah.
Yeah, Miss Atlanta. You went out there for a little bit. I was asking you a question. Are you hearing us? Hello? Miss Atlanta? Miss Atlanta, call back. I feel she daughter take she phone from she. I feel she daughter take with the phone from she. I feel so, I'm telling you. And you know, as soon as I asked you the question, the phone went silent. Yeah. Mr. Atlanta daughter shouldn't do that. She should let she answer the question.
Was not easy.
No, I'm serious. As soon as I asked the question, the phone gone silent. The only conclusion I could come to is she take the phone from Mr. Atlanta because Mr. Atlanta was going to answer the question honestly. But Mr. Atlanta call back and answer the question. You want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. So Volsang, yeah, 611 Volsang coming. He get real licks. He get licks too today. He get licks too today. He said, good evening to the esteemed gentlemen. Let me see Bitcoin ever get licks. Oh God, the phone connecting again. All right. Bitcoin, you got a call back. There we go. Yeah, Mr. Florida. You ever get licks? You ever get licks?
Oh, I know calling the game. I give you a story, one of the best stories. But the most looks ever there. So I want to say good night to you, Mr. Hansen. Good night to Mr. Tommy. Good night to all the callers. Text everybody live. Happy to everybody here on this Tuesday through our God grace.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Hansen, I get looks like a slave, you know. Yeah, I used to get looks like a slave. But you watch, I was bad when I was younger, you know. But so, boy, Mr. Hansen, let me give you a joke. Where I live, I grew up near the horse racing stadium. The horse racing track now, but it's the stadium now.
Which
and
one?
They had a
Santa Rosa Park?
Marbella, that's Marbella.
Huh?
That's Marbella.
Union Park.
Oh, okay.
It was called Union Park.
Yep.
Yeah, so it had a dump now, and then it had a river running around the track because they used to use it to water the track. But rain falling, man. Hard. When I talk about rain falling night before, boy, them fellas them say, hey, we go in them river and them and take a dip. Well, you know, you're small, so you going in. But you're gonna take a dip. Right? But the water was so strong now. It was in a kind of a bank area with water circulating now, like a whirlwind now. Well, when I'm a partner slip out and he going down. So good thing is that the man and them used to maintain the horses in track man, city man, Sirena, and throw down a whole bamboo and stop him from going down. So they had to go and tell the parents, no. Oh, my grandfather had a belt day, he used to shine up with oil, eh?
Oh,
he used to pour on that now. Because you always used to wear your shirt in your pants now, so the belt always shining now. But what's you know what I break dancing in the scully world?
Yeah.
But when we stand the man's at a crack, so I had a wiggle in the gum.
Break dance.
Like a worm with a wiggle in the gum like a worm. That's the one. Like a slave that there. But that what I was stuck. What I get plenty more, but I know that the story I will always remember.
Yeah.
I just answer my local list.
I go get all your story about my up in Schumacher Day. Let me say Mark Muna from Marbella. Good night to you and welcome. Neil says, yeah, Miss Atlanta. Miss Atlanta. Hello? Miss Atlanta. Miss Atlanta, stop. Hello? Miss Atlanta. Yeah, we hearing you, know. But you ain't saying nothing. Go ahead. All right, Miss Atlanta, call back. Something going on there. KFC, welcome. KFC. I wonder if it's I wonder if it's my phone, boy. All right. Tommy's my phone. Let me restart my phone. All of a sudden, I'm gonna log off and come. Yeah, folks. So, folks, what we talking about here? Let me finish up in the chat while I restart this phone here. I know, boy. Like this, a them phone out here, boy. Volsang says, Brother Hanif, sometimes you allow your opponents a shot or two in anticipation of knocking them out. All right. Yeah. Vinja, welcome. Good night to you. Good night, Mr. Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Folks, hold the calls or call Tommy line for now. Call Tommy line for now. Vinja says good night, Volsang, Caribbean Soul, and Hanif. Robin, welcome. Good evening, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street and all listeners. Yeah. Caribbean Soul says, Vol, the chat reset. I came first, then Hanif after a specific hour, the chat does reset. But like Caribbean Soul know a few things, boy. Tommy
What?
Mohammed, good night. Good night, Professor Washington, Uncle Tommy, and all listeners. Yeah, Tommy.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Sang said the tables turn in my favor, and that's the story I'm sticking with. Victory by any means. Yeah, Volsang, you get licks today, boy. You get licks today.
I thought for a change, Miss Santa Cruz had come in. When you put her in the mix, I said, well, maybe she upset the apple cart.
Yeah. Hold on. Folks, try again, eh? I just restarted this phone here. I know what's going on with that. Ingrid Matthews from Tobago, boy. Ingrid, welcome. Good night, Professor and Uncle Tommy. Good night, people Tobago in the house. Ingrid from about my father then, Roxbury, boy.
Good night, Ingrid. Try the phone.
Yeah, but I ain't understanding that thing there, boy. KFC. KFC. All right, folks. All you all will have to call the other phone because I don't know what's going on with this phone. Let me see.
I have a voice note from C.
Yeah, take the voice note, Tommy. Take the voice note.
Miss Atlanta.
Let me try something.
Let's listen to Miss Atlanta here.
Go ahead, play it.
Hi, Tommy. I couldn't get onto the phone. That's what I'm going to take a tablet now. So, just wanted you to know, and get your Wall Street, that I had no connection with none of the phones. Okay, and my TV was down also, so I don't even know what he says or what happened. Okay, have a good night.
Tell me what she said.
She's having communication problems.
Yeah. Me too, boy.
She didn't even hear the question.
She didn't hear the question? Well, I'm asking the question. I'm asking you the question. When I ask you, Miss Atlanta, if you
If Miss Georgia ever got a weapon.
Let me see something.
You were asking.
Ulrich.
Good night, Anson. Good night, Tommy.
All right, Ulrich, the phone fixed.
Anson, that question you're asking, better turn it around, you know.
What? How?
Ask how much licks we get, because I get licks like a tune.
Boy, Ulrich, if you growing up in Lavantil, you had to get licks.
I get licks for being wrong. I get licks for being right. I get licks like a tune, like when you're playing a tune on a pan.
Yeah.
I get licks like that.
I get real licks, boy.
Anybody who call it and say they never get licks, them must be not from Trinidad or them must be live with none or priest or something.
But Ulrich, Tommy can't remember if he get licks 10 times.
Going on with the connection. We're getting some problem with the connection tonight, but like the sabotage.
Yeah, listen, Ulrich.
And Slim.
Yeah. You hearing me? Well, look the phone there. Ulrich, you hearing me? All right, I know we're going.
They're working out to talk. I have a voice note. Let's split this.
Go ahead, take it.
Professor Watson, like they bug your phone, boy. They bug you up. But what was Alexander? Oh, fella. Them PNM come out for you as these like greenhorn boys. They come out for you. They know the answer to them question, but they come to discredit you and make you look stupid. But if I was you, Alexander, go and study how to act in parliament and how to answer questions. Take a month off and learn those things. You could only get better, Because right now they come to discredit you and make you look bad. Right? And even the big Macomo Master Walker doing the same thing. Shell blast this game. Roger Alexander, you're going to improve. But take some time to learn how to answer and how to find the questions that they asking you on the paper. Learn those things. There's a big man, you can do better. Right? That's all I have to say. Learn and you will get better on the exam. Because they're making you out to be the Good Friday Boboli right now. Or the UNC Boboli. I'm a good Uncle Tommy and Professor Watson.
Yeah, man. KFC, welcome.
Hi, good night. Good night, Kunta Kente.
Kunta Kente.
Yeah, we get relic for Star Wars.
Relic.
For the last 9 years, we get licks until we nearly dead.
Correct is right. Yeah.
So right now we free from mental state, we free from licks,
Yeah, well, yeah.
Correct. Can I licks we get for Star Wars? Who dead?
Yeah.
Who
live.
Get badly wounded,
Who live. Who live,
and
who dead. Yeah, who live, who dead. Yeah.
Thank God I life to see the back of this evil wicked fear about the office, boy. You can't take no elections for the 5 years, boy. I get my Star Wars shit.
Yeah, boy, plenty licks. Licks share like peace.
Yeah, we get it. Can't forget them kind of licks, boy. Them licks are go down in the Guinness Book, boy.
Guinness Book? Yeah.
But my Star Wars shit, I was saying frog face because Lemon gave that name. Because remember now.
Yeah.
You wanted to be rich. You wanted to be rich and the poor. Go get laptops.
Yeah.
Well, laptops for children. If they're rich and they have anything and they want to take laptop, you have to be careful like Colorado and them.
Yep. Correct.
And hand the beans. We know we come out from Rowley Game and Safe Seat and asking about mean test. But the Honorable Minister said everybody will get a laptop. If you don't want a laptop, report it to your principal.
Don't take it.
Don't take it. Give it to the unfortunate who really need it bad.
Yep.
But Mr. Washington, your phone start back to work properly. Uncle Tommy was a good boy, from South to Mr. Washington.
Yeah, he was a good boy.
He never used to get electricity. He used to pick coconut and mango and thing and thing, man. He was a good one.
A good one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good one.
I subscribe to
Uncle Tommy?
Oi.
Bless. I love to
Yeah.
Bless KFC.
Yeah, right. Right.
Hey, and Slim, you sabotaging you tonight, boy.
That's all right. I ain't worried about them.
Tommy was a model child. He never get licks.
Yeah.
1 and 2 times he get licks.
You know, Ulrich, I asked him, man, if he can remember getting licks 10 times. He said he can't remember. 10 times, he can't remember.
Tommy was a model child.
Getting licks 10 times.
No, but I'll tell you the truth. I used to get looks rarely.
Ulrich?
Yeah, he can't remember getting licks. And we can't remember how much time we get licks. So
all right.
we on par.
I remember at least 100 times I get licks.
I'm telling you,
I
lost check.
100. But all right, hang up. I will give you this story. Listen to this story. What happened in Snake Valley? I will give you this story. Yeah. Southwestern UNC, I'm proud. You ever get licks? Southwestern.
Yes, Professor.
You ever get licks?
I get licks. I get licks for getting licks.
Yeah.
Professor.
Yeah.
Serious. I get licks for getting licks.
Yeah.
Everybody is talking about how they get licks.
Yeah.
And what they do wrong. The wrong thing I do is get licks. And my teacher beat me. And when he don't beat me, my father, it happened to see him while I was coming home. And he asked him, he said, your son get licks in school today. Then my father started beat me. When I reach home, he said, you know why you get a licks for?
Yeah.
I said, no, daddy, where beat me for? He said, because the teacher said you get licks in school. So I always want to beat you. So, so.
You get for getting licks.
Then I join up on this topic. What I want to say is about the PNM and the 13 of them and the supporters. The kind of licks, the supporters, we citizens who support the PNM, the kind of licks them get for the last 10 years. Professor, it's shameful. It's shameful. Because just imagine Gaspy Dolly coming up now and saying that it's PNM children, PNM mother and grandmother is the fault for what they who they vote them in to make their life better. Look at licks they give the supporters, and then Penny, the leader, come up and say that they lost their way. That I will donate a torchlight. I think we should donate a torchlight to see the way they day. Because they began sitting in the day, in the night. You think they were sitting in the day? Professor, look at licks the supporters get, and you know what is the bad thing about it? This bunch of them going back with the selected few to ask the same people who have put licks for the last 10 years on to vote for them, put them as the executive to get more licks. And we reaching the parliament yet with India and Marvin Gonzalez, Stuart Young, and the next one on Robin. Because there's licks in the parliament and all too. Because just imagine the UNC just win the election in April month. Money run out. If they have money, they're going to do appropriation bill. And them asking the UNC where they do with the money. You see that people licks at them to be again because they get licks so bad it's a landslide victory and then still to be. Professor and Uncle Tommy, a pleasant good night to each and every one of all you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Same to you.
Yeah, Tommy, let me just go to the chat quickly and some people. Somebody said they never get licks. Who is that boy? Hold on, SOS said that licks thing is not for everyone, but firm discipline and some consequences like chores or take away certain privilege or give rewards for good behavior, grades. SOS, what are you talking about? Wait. What? You talking about the late half? The licks is not for everyone? All right. Okay. All right, SOS.
But Professor, quick question. You ever whoop your children?
Ever what?
You ever whoop your children?
Yeah.
How many times?
Maybe about 5 times.
All right.
I don't know if I ever I don't know about my daughter though. I know about my son. I know about my daughter. She afraid licks.
So that means if she afraid licks, she will do the right thing.
No, you saw more mercy and females. That's what it is. Females used to get away with more than males. Tommy Einline, growing up in Chumaka, Claventil, I know I get licks I must get licks about over 100 times. No doubt about it. Just sure that says Wall Street. My brother and sister, my brother, my sister, and I were fighting my father, came to beat us. My sister fell down. My father said, but not you, baby, which is me. He thought it was me in the ground and he wanted to beat my sister. Okay, let me see what it is. Miss Santa Cruz said, my mom was the beater. You don't want licks. Do the right thing. Straighten up and fly right. And if you run, she giving you when you come to bed. Tommy, ah, listen now, man. I have some stories there. Which doctor welcome? I have some stories there, but let me run through some of these comments here. Kenrick Callahan, welcome. Good night, Washington and Tommy Library in the house. Everybody got licks because of the times. No, no, Kenrick. You know what Tommy said? Tommy said he can't remember getting licks 10 times. I think I used to get licks, as much licks in school as I used to get home. We had two teachers named the Bain brothers, Tommy. The Bain brothers. Calvary Roman Catholic School in Port of Spain. Boy, it's pressure.
Answer that. Answer that.
Pressure.
And still,
Yeah.
I agree with that last caller.
What?
I agree 1,000% with that last caller. I listen to this debate, this thing we're going on with the financial thing, wherever they call it. I listen to that. I listen to all because just watching them PNM people asking questions just turned me off. But I'm making my duty and listen to some because yeah, what happening on them. These people and them asking the opposition, the UNC question, like if they were there in government for 10 years.
Correct.
And some stupid. Imagine him both asking a stupid question if you get any rich and poor laptop or you ever get anybody any. And this other one who like he ACDC, this one from who was sing with Wassa. Asking us that them asking some daughters question like if the UNC was in office for 10 years. Why didn't they ask you only them same question with asking UNC?
How dare they?
That stupid sickening one in Tobago. Hey, he asking same about the money with the gain. When they want to get Tobago is too little bit, and the last time paying them they get so much and paying them. Well, with them brain is what I know the brain is. The last say Marcel tell me when the monkey put the nuts. So like all of them brain up there right now. I quite the sickening. None of them should be in parliament right now. The honest one I give a chance to is the boy from the Bitom. But all of them have the right to be in parliament. Look, Penelope. I say, well, you know, I did like Penelope because I say, well, himself, PNM lost the election. At least they will get more seat him. So they lost. But she making mistake already. You go and bring back Alwari and Foster Cummins and them to the back door. No. I think they did a night. She never even talk. Kamala stand up for all them hours to the night. And she never said nothing. I was wondering, well, it was a one-side thing already going on. And Slim, these people and them, they realize they're not up to the time as yet. And realize that the population on a different key. So they're still in La La Land. That's what is going on with them.
Yeah, man.
God bless you.
Bless.
You too.
Yeah.
I have some voice notes. You want to hear?
Yeah. We have 2 minutes before the top of the hour.
Professor Watson, like they bug your phone, boy. They bug you up. But what was Alexander? Oh, fella. Them PNM come out for you as these like greenhorn boy. They come out for you. They know the answer to them question, but they come to discredit you and make you look stupid. But if I was you, Roger Alexander, go and study how to act in parliament and how to answer questions. Take a month off and learn those things. You could only get better, you know. Because right now they come to discredit you and make you look bad.
Yeah, you play that one already. Play the next one, Tommy. Play that one.
Master Walker doing the same thing. Shadow blasted shame. Right? Roger. Yes, Professor Washington, Uncle Tony. Like sharing. It must share for him, but tomorrow, when you see the finance minister come out and talk about what went on in the finance ministry, I tell you, he had to put himself in a garbage bag and throw himself by the road because of all the wickedness that he do in this country for the last 10 years with them budget on them. And he owes that deficit budget here, he can never balance that budget. All the sky is turning blue and all kind of stupidness he used to come out with. This man is a political troll that has been a leprechaun, right? but he seemed to try to be relevant. No, irrelevant. He have to hold his head and ball with it. I telling you, when you see the finance minister come out tomorrow and deal with him, he gonna have to be quiet, you know, really, really quiet. And I hope this speaker, this house speaker, learn quick the ropes because they're trying to set you up, right? You're supposed to be objective enough to learn that once you're the house speaker, all you're supposed to do is preside over what they're saying, not to get involved personally with things, right? Shoot down the PNM opposition when they come to talk to stupidness. Do them like Alice George was doing. If you don't know how to do it, go and get some of the videos on how she used to operate. You and she never see the light that day with this woman, you know. She was.
Go ahead.
Folks, we're going to take that break. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington. You be right back. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Fire! 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 Fire!
We are back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, as you come in, do your civic duty, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Don't forget to share the live, as the professor said. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Tell your friends to tell your friends. And let's get these numbers up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, before we go to this video here, I maybe he was listening at different. Let's take this call. Mr. Florida, welcome. Mr.
Hello?
Florida.
Good evening again, Mr. Anton.
Yeah.
Hey, KFC. Yeah, it looks like Kunta Kinte. It's not Kunta Kinte, it's Kino. That is the name, Kino. So Mr. Anson, Mr. Tommy, I just want people to know all our licks where I get. Didn't help you become the person I am today. Right?
Yeah.
Because all the licks I get, I still used to go and get trouble. I used to just face the music when I go home. You understand? So if they feel when parents just spank children a long time, that will make children better. No, it's not that will make children better. People used to too much of technology now. Back in the day, when you had to play, you used to play outside. Now when children playing, they're playing inside. Technology. So the licks never helped me become the person I am today. So that wouldn't, if you bring that back, corporal punishment, whoever, that ain't go help. I just answer
Correct.
me. Look on this.
So, folks,
let me finish this voicemail that I was playing before.
Go ahead.
Really on track when it comes to them. She deal with them and in the harshest manner. You understand? So you want to do the same with this PLM gang. Treat them the same way. And let me tell that idiot, the fake pastor, who taking out clips and saying the speaker bias and this and the other. Why didn't take out clips and it said Joe doing the same blasted thing for the last 10 years? I didn't see nothing bias there. When you see come and ask questions, you say another. Did not understand in order and change the standing order, all kind of foolishness. She was one of the biggest biased, wicked out speaker, right? And this speaker after follow suit and put all them PNM in their place, shut them down and give them the same treatment what Anna said George was given because his shoes on another foot. And if you don't like it, put that in your pipe and smoke it because you're too biased and wicked. They call it about pastor. It's PAS, pastor, not the other way around. Wicked man like you. Have a good day, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
All right. Let me play a voice note here. Let me go. Let me play a voice.
Licks. Why? Licks going and coming. International licks and all. Right? Grandmother in Venezuela. Listener. Mother, plenty licks. Stepmother, plenty licks. And all of them telling me they love me. Grandmother licks. Going school, Miss Morgan, licks. All these women beating, man. All of them trying to convince me. Doing it because I love you. Doing it because I love you. But boy, at that times I wonder if my wife loved me, because she never hit me. She never hit me.
Tommy, I'm glad he said it and nobody else said it. Yeah. Everybody beat him. Everybody beat him.
But his wife. So he wondered if she loved him.
Yeah. I ain't going down that road, But I mean, who the cap fit let them wear it,
Oh Lord, that's a good one.
Yeah. Everybody. Nah.
Including our Many Village.
Huh? Let me say good night to Labre. Good night to your street, Tommy Labre in the live. Good night to you, Labre. Labre in the live. I don't know. But folks, I want you all to listen to this. The UNC government is going to fix things. You see, all the damage, no, not all, not all, but the severe damage, tsunami that the last regime left Trinidad and Tobago in, the UNC have real work to do. Peter Herbert wants to know, Gordon, if you found love. Peter, yeah, the tsunami that the last government, right, left in Trinidad and Tobago.
Coin just drop a voicemail.
Oh God,
Voice note.
hold it.
Hold it.
James Howlett says she has to live with him, so she can't afford to. Yes. Semantic 62 said he actually made a joke that other people laughed at other than himself. Yeah, Tommy, the tsunami that the previous regime have imposed on Trinidad and Tobago, right? The government had to start off running to fix all the problems. And here is a problem that they're going to fix. I want you all to listen to this. This is a problem that the current government is going to fix. Yeah? Take a listen to this.
According to a Facebook post on Unwind TT, the government acts to stop Young from milking 87,000 monthly pension. Tanku to introduce PM pension amendment bill in Parliament prior to June 18th mid-year review, according to order paper. Does Port of Spain North St. Anne's West MP Stuart Young, who served a mere month-and-a-half stint as Prime Minister, deserves receiving a full monthly Prime Minister's pension? Recall on March 17, 2025, when in a bizarre pre-election appointment fashioned by his PNM predecessor Dr. Keith Rowley, Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West MP Young was unstalled as Prime Minister. The following day, he announced April 28th as the date for general elections, following which he was sent packing as Prime Minister after he and Rowley guided the People's National Movement, PNM, to a humiliating 13-seat electoral loss. If Rowley and Young think Young deserves a full PM pension, the new government of duly elected Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar certainly does not believe he deserves a lifetime payment of $87,000 a month. Hence, tomorrow, June 18th, 2025, when Parliament is set to engage in the mid-year review debate for the supplemental allocation of $3.1 billion to the 2025 budget, Faizabad MP and Minister of Finance and the Economy, Devendranath Thakur, will introduce a bill entitled the Prime Minister's Pension Amendment Bill 2025. Stay tuned to find out if anyone who has served as Prime Minister for less than a year will be entitled to receive a full pension under the bill, and whether Young will seek to challenge any retroactive effect of the new legislation to prevent taxpayers from having to fork out $87,000 each in monthly pensions for both Rowley and him when the legislation is eventually proclaimed into law.
Want to hear that?
Yep.
Right? We want to save taxpayers' money. You have less than 2 months in office, and you deserve to get $87,000 a month, Tommy.
Wow.
$87,000? Really? Yeah? Really? We go fix that. We go fix it. We have to fix it. So tomorrow, come tomorrow. So Tommy, so I'm asking a question now. Does he have to recuse himself from Parliament for that?
I wouldn't think so, but it's with smarter minds and more brilliant minds than mine.
So folks, when this bill is being debated, does he have to recuse himself? I mean, he recused himself 100 or more times before. Even Vindra say, what? Even when I was married, I got licked from my husband in public. Nah, Vindra. Nah.
Wow.
No. What? Where Jay come out? Jay, what you saying? Tommy, this had to be somebody new. Jay, don't forget to post how the UNC only put in East Indian. You know, it is sad that people just post this kind of thing. Jay, I want to ask you a question. Jay, you just come here. Let's say hello to Jay. Jay, what was the first appointment Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar make in her new government? I'm asking that question, Jay. What was the first appointment? Jay, answer that question first, please.
Stand by, COP. Stand by. Stand by.
Take it.
Oh, good night to you, Uncle Tommy.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
And good night. Good night to you, Professor Wall Street.
Good night.
Oh, you hear me there?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Was that fear? Is it really fear for the citizens of this country to give Stuart Young $87,000 monthly? That fear to us? What Dr. Rowley do our country?
Well,
what he encourage you
COP,
as a big man?
COP will fix that.
We must fix that, but people must be arrested. We must get justice. It's over $420-something million every year this government paying in rent. And 91.9% of the people them the renting from was government ministers, PNM's financiers, PNM senators, and business people, and that is where we money going. Was that fear to us? Dr. Rowley and penalty beggars, you know who you don't want to be leader. Why you didn't stand up for us? Why you leave all them schools to rotten down and dilapidated? All you never stand up for none of them things. Look at the kind of questions that they're asking in Parliament. It's amazing. It's amazing to see what people who call themselves leaders in the PNM, what they do to our country. Why is people in this country that had money to buy something to eat for the COVID and thing? People catch the aunt, uncle, and then and can't even get a hamper from the government, from the PNM government. Look at what they was doing with millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. Professor Wall Street, 91.9% of the buildings on them that they rented was not occupied.
Correct. Yep.
Wasn't even occupied. We must hold these people them accountable for that, and they must answer. With white collar crime we must get rid of that. They must come down on this PNM administration who belittle our treasury and find that money and bring it back to us. Today, right now, as we speaking over here, that many homes don't have something to eat. Many homes don't have something to eat. And all of them. That one way out in the state, that one way out over there, that young over there, what he did, what he family benefited from our treasury based on the opportunity Keith Wrongly give he. It is 10 times and 100 times better when we supposed to have that opportunity. When we supposed to get an opportunity, they spend billions of dollars in road repairs, and we had the worst road in Trinidad and Tobago. Anyway, let me recognize this, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. It's the first time in years I've been seeing Trinidad and Tobago looking cleaner. Looking cleaner. Why is it clearing all them water course and CPAP cutting all them grass and all them things? Trinidad and Tobago looking cleaner. I just want to tell the government, all the going in all them community sporting facilities and clean it up now because all them things dilapidated. Thank you, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
You're welcome.
Tommy, I want to ask a question. Where in the world you could work for a month, less than 2 months, and every year you are guaranteed $1,044,000? How much is that in US? Let me divide that by 650. 160,000 US dollars. Listen to this. For Stuart Young being prime minister for less than 2 months, he's supposed to collect as a pension $1,044,000 for the rest of his life. Where in the world, Tommy, can you work less than 2 months and get a pension over $1 million?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Something wrong. Something wrong. And I want to see if the PNM go vote for that. I want to see weak Penelope Beckers. Penelope weak Beckers. I want to see if she go vote for that. Let me see. We go find out, you know. We go find out. Let me see if them go vote for that. $1,044,000 a year to sit down and do nothing after working for less than 2 months in that position. Something wrong. Something wrong. Something wrong. Yeah? And listen, boy, we know the PNM. We know what's going on with the PNM, eh? The Prime Minister mash up that hold on. I'll call him coming through now. Prime Minister mash up. Former Prime Minister mash up the party. Yeah?
Let's see what
And
Bitcoin.
we go sit down and get Stuart Young $1 million and something just so. Nah, we ain't taking that. No. Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't play nothing yet. Don't play nothing.
We ain't there.
That so. We not taking that so. Go ahead, Tommy. Play your voice.
Yeah, let's hear what Bitcoin has to say.
So Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street, every Good Friday, they used to take Gordon dry gin bologna and put him for the Good Friday bowling because he said everybody beat him, you know. So boy, you maybe was a real famous bowling in that part of where he was living from when he was young to when he get older. He was really a bowling. Your wife pity you, that way you didn't get no blow. She feels sorry for you. Gordon dry gin.
Oh gosh. Go ahead, Walls.
Try calling Tommy phone because my phone just saying I know what's going on my phone. Ram Narayan says Professor Wall Street, I want to find out if Faris Tight Pants is leader of the opposition PNM. I know what is going on with that phone. I ain't worry about it. So folks, check this out. I want you all to listen to this. In addition to the $1.044 million, $1,044,000 that the taxpayers, that is all your money, that is we money, you know. We money, you know. That is not the government money, you know. That is the people of Trinidad and Tobago money, you know, that they had to pay to him, you know. Yeah? Right? Take a listen to this. Go ahead, Tommy, take that.
Should I take the call?
Yeah, take it.
Hello?
WZYE.
Hey, Uncle Tommy and Mr. Wall Street, yeah?
KFC, go ahead. Make a contribution, buddy.
Mr. Wall Street, to be going in the right direction, looking to bust that small pin truth.
Yeah.
There's a bill looking to pass in Parliament. You go see how much penalty because them care for black people.
You go see. We go see.
We're only doing it. It's a curse in the day, you know. He amongst us, something for his life, you know, Mr. Wall Street. We can't pay that man all that money, but it's about the hungry people out there for the last 9 years.
Yep. Correct.
No, Bobby, Mr. Errol, you real the credit actors and check it out, you know. That man make that man rich, you know.
Rich.
You laughing at me, boy. We go wait and see tomorrow go spell like we attention.
Yeah, we go wait and see.
So evil and wicked the PNM is if they really care about the PNM in the West crowd and environment. They really care about that Chinese man. But take care of my skin, my life. Back it up, lick it on a god, man.
Yeah, man. Bless. I'm going to take 2 voice notes here, Tommy.
Go ahead.
All right, hold up, eh? What, boy? Somehow, something going on with my Wi-Fi. Let me take off my phone again and see what happens. But folks, I want you all to listen to this again, okay? Listen to this again. This is what the taxpayers have to, this is what the taxpayers of Trinidad and Tobago.
According to a Facebook post on Unwind TT, the government acts to stop Young from milking 87,000 monthly pension. Tanku to introduce PM pension amendment bill in Parliament to a humiliating 28, 13-seat electoral loss. If Rowley and Young think Young deserves a full PM pension, the new government of duly elected Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar certainly does not believe he deserves a lifetime payment of $87,000 a month. Hence, tomorrow, June 18th, 2025, When Parliament is set to engage in the mid-year review debate for the supplemental allocation of $3.1 billion to the 2025 budget, Faizabad MP and Minister of Finance and the Economy, Devendranath Tanku, will introduce a bill entitled the Prime Minister's Pension Amendment Bill 2025. Stay tuned to find out if anyone who has served as Prime Minister for less than a year will be entitled to receive a full pension under the bill, and whether Young will seek to challenge any retroactive effect of the new legislation to prevent taxpayers from having to fork out $87,000 each in monthly pensions for both Rowley and him when the legislation is eventually proclaimed into law.
There you go. Do we, the taxpayers, have to pay Stuart Young $1,044,000 for the rest of his life for serving less than 2 months as Prime Minister? Really? Is that fair to the people of Trinidad and Tobago? You know, Prime Minister Rowley was absolutely
And we do
correct.
not host any
Make the rich richer. Right? He lived up to that expectation. Right? But I want you all to listen to this. Listen to this one.
And we do not host any Delcy or anyone coming from South America. And we do not host any Delcy or anyone coming from South America, as you would have done in the past. And Mr. Chairman, under subhead 02003, Animal Production and Health, Traveling and Subsistence, is that with respect to, under the health part, any palms coming in? Double, triple, any type? As a serious question, Thank you most kindly.
Chairman, I don't think the former Prime Minister for one day has learned from his past lesson in his house.
I'm not going to permit that question. And the answer, the reason for which should be plain and obvious. Let's move on, please.
Over here, that fellow was prime. That fellow deserves a pension of $1,044,000. He deserves a pension. He deserves that pension. Please, boy. Yeah. Yeah.
We are taking that. We are taking that so. We're not taking that so.
Yeah. Yeah. You told me you're right. Yeah. Correct is right. Yeah. You know, it's interesting, eh? People just talk all kind of talk about all kind of things, right? Tommy, do you know who is this person here? Do you know who is that person sleeping there? Who do you think that is?
And Gatsby Dolly.
Oh, what's she doing there?
She's taking a 5.
Look like she home.
Looks so.
I know the red couch. No? Oh, folks, who is that there? Who is that there? What's she doing? Guys in Parliament? They ever see Kamala sleeping in Parliament?
Not that I can remember.
Eh?
Not that I can remember.
Kamala just stand up and talk for over hours upon hours. And them just want to ask all kind of questions. Oh, look, somebody put Nyan Webster Roy. Okay. But there is more, you know. Listen to this fella. Brian Manning, who didn't know Trinidad had one of the highest property tax in the Western Hemisphere. He did not know that. That call coming from England. Caller, you have to call the other number. Call the 973-609-6509 number. Because all my phone doing here, it's saying that it's connecting, but the call's not coming through. I wonder if I could change my settings, boy. It says Wi-Fi not connected. Hold on, huh? Let me see something.
Voice note. And Bitcoin.
Why does it ask me for a password?
Let's see what Bitcoin has to say.
Professor Wall Street, I got to be doing that sleeping there, you know. Hey, Roy. Right? Roy from Tobago.
Webster, right?
Wall Street. Then I got to be doing that sleeping there, you know. That is Alana Webster Roy from Tobago. She probably sleeping now because she out of parliament. So I can understand she's sleeping. Right? But that is not Gatsby Dolly. Gatsby Dolly just be on the red couch. Alana Roy, home sleeping right now because she lost. She's sitting in election. Have a good day, gentlemen.
All right. So there we have it, folks. Brian Manning says, I don't know what happened to her, Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Besessa. All of a sudden, she turned Bajan. That is not what this country wants. Really, Brian? Really? Caller, welcome. Ramnarayan, welcome.
Good night, Professor Walford and Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Good night.
You know what Brian Manning said
Uh,
that come at you, Bajon.
Yeah.
He couldn't see so when Rowley was there.
No, he couldn't say
Because
that.
Rowley usually was a killing father. He couldn't say that Rowley was the Bajon.
Yeah, he couldn't say that.
Because Rowley have put him up there for that's it.
Yes, I saw a call from them. Nah, that was a mistake, Mr. Florida. I see a call from England. I call back. Time it is England.
Caller. Caller. Yes, sir. Same to you. Defender.
Wasn't there, but I hear Bitcoin then capture. But Wall Street, and Uncle Tommy, I have two
Tommy,
things to keep
tell the caller take off the computer, Tommy. The computer or the telephone again, feedback. Okay, all right, go ahead.
You hear me, Glenn?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
feedback. Go ahead.
Stories I have to keep alive. What Mr. Hines was doing in the Ministry of Homeland Defense, the Ministry of Defense, what Mr. Hines was doing in collecting a check. I am not letting that one go. And two, the member for the Gomartin Northeast deliberately mislead the parliament. And why we are not hearing anything about it. That is my contribution tonight. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you.
Hold on.
And same as I see it right now, I willing to let out my vote for the next 5 years again. Because the kind of statistics I hear coming out of the mouth of these statistics PNM people, making me realize that PNM gone through. So far, all they're trying to do is to tarnish the UNC from early. It come like they're playing cricket and they're going into bat, and they started to hit them googly and bouncers from early. They ain't giving them no chance of settling the wicket. The fielder go work for them. They realize that those days are over. All they can't do them thing again. Not even split vote could have let PNM win this election. The people and them now get in office, they ain't settled long yet. Right now they seen all the corruption where all they was into. Give them a chance. All they had all the time. Rock to the side.
Correct is right. Correct is right. You know, Tommy, There's so much work to be done, eh? So much work to be done. And as we see on the screen, right, we already fixed the children's fund and we fixed the TTRA. Promises fulfilled, right? They made promises and these promises have been fulfilled. And a critical issue with respect to children, and Minister Padarat had to give it to them in Parliament. You understand? What did I say? Get him. Get him. He give it to them in Parliament. Take a listen. Take a listen.
In terms of administrative arrangements, they should know very well that they under-budgeted and under-resourced critical areas with respect to children's issues in terms of the provision for the most vulnerable in our nation society. And therefore, it is hypocritical for members opposite to come to ask these questions, knowing that they did not sufficiently provide for the St. Mary's Children's Home and the Children's Authority.
And we are asking those questions in alignment with the standing order. Why is the Honorable Minister being allowed to be so insultive to members of the opposition and behaving in the most scandalous way? And I'm asking you to please take charge of these proceedings. I'm just simply asking you that. Because we are asking legitimate questions in alignment with our standing orders, and we are being responded to with insulting languages, Mr. Chair. It's just simply wrong.
We don't want to hear them. For 9 years, the opposition had to put up with all you. What did Siochong call the Prime Minister and Khadija Amin again? I forget. What he talking about insulting? Eh? Who was more insulting?
Yes, you are live.
Yes, good night. I have a question, please.
Go ahead.
Young is supposed to get 87,000 per year, month, right?
Yes.
Is that what time frame are you looking at? Because he didn't retire.
Well, tomorrow that's going to be debated.
Okay. Thank you.
All righty.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Tommy, what happens is that you were the Prime Minister, right? You're no longer the Prime Minister. You're entitled to a pension of $87,000 a month. And the only how they can fix it is go to Parliament and fix it. Yeah?
Yep.
That's the only how you can do it.
That's the only way. And it's going to be resolved tomorrow once and for all.
Yeah. But anyhow, we are going to fix it. It will be fixed. And the taxpayers of Trinidad and Tobago will save $1,044,000
a year.
A year. We have too much poor people suffering in Trinidad and Tobago to give away $1 million to a billionaire. You know how much money the young family made from the government over the past 10 years? NCB Global? Billions of dollars. Billions. The man had to recuse himself over 100 times from Parliament. Why do you think he had to recuse himself? To go to the bathroom? Or do you think he had to recuse himself to go to the bathroom? No. Because of deals the government was doing with NCB Global. All you remember? The former Prime Minister said he don't have a problem making the rich richer so they could create opportunities for the poor. Yeah? All you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Margaret, why are you worrying with Bandman now? Hey, Margaret, you know, Bandman just come to sidetrack the thing. Don't let him sidetrack you, Margaret. And the other one, what's the other one name? The new one who just come in. What is his name? Ramdeo, welcome. No, it's not Ken John. Never, but we see her missing plenty times. Hold on, all you do that bandman a sidetrack all yeah. Just somewhere. It had a person who came in for the first time. What's that person's name again? I'm looking for that. CKS, welcome. Uh, I ignore that person. I think it's Joy something. Some Joy something. Rose or Rose? Is Rose? Oh yeah. There we go. J Rose. Yeah. That is it. Thank you, Margaret. J Rose. All you when all you see them type of people coming, all you have to use what Dr. Williams stated. Tommy, what was that again?
Let the jackass bray.
Yeah. Because Jay coming and talking about boards, and Jane even answered the question yet. Jay, who was the first person the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago appointed in her cabinet? Who was the first person?
The AG.
And Tommy, what race is the AG?
He's of African descent.
Oh. Jay, you missed that part? Jay, you have to miss that part. Yeah? You come in with them kind of
red tricks.
There we go, Tommy. That's exactly what it is. Red tricks. Yeah, J Rose. Yeah, J Rose. You're coming with your red tricks, but your red tricks ain't working, It ain't working. Margaret, I feel you're correct, Banmena and J Rose. I think two of them is the same, it's a twin, I feel like it's a twin left, Tommy. It's a twin left?
No, it does.
Yeah. Them is twin left. Yeah? Them is twin left. Swallow, feel Omi says, why is Young being rewarded for bad behavior? Maybe he needs some licks. Tommy, Swallow, feel Omi. You feel Stuart Young ever get licks in his young days? Wait.
He got some for the prime ministerialship.
Yeah. S-West, I agree with you, but you see, when people are going to go down that road with respect to certain things, right? We have to, if it's not disrespectful, as we say, right? We do monitor it. But people like J Rose and them, you just have to show them examples where you know what they just back into back. Yeah? Or Caribbean so say Church don't get licked from Imran Khan. And Dilek said he was a bully, he used to beat up little kids. What boy? Oh, okay. Man, nice. Planes, William McLeod, all of them in one? Man, boy, they exposing you, boy. Man getting exposed, yes? But Tommy, I have an editorial. Should we do the editorial now or do it after the top of the hour?
We have time. We can do it now.
Yeah, all right. Hold on, But let me do. Take that one.
Let's take this one.
Yeah.
See why you're alive.
Hi, good night, Mr. Was shoot and Uncle Tommy accent. Small pen. Young, get legs. I mean, you get legs. When he drop the back, when he drop the soap. Mama roll it and tell them that and give him all that picture, get relics. I know what it's blessed.
KFC. Oh Lord. Wall Street.
I'm telling you, think it's easy.
It ain't easy
So,
at
folks,
all.
take a listen to this. You know, it is interesting, boy. When you compare the UNC government with what the PNM have on the other side, boy, it's like night, 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 and night, night, and night, and night, and night, 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 and day. When you compare, it's like comparing apples with mangoes. That's what it is. Yeah? But take a listen to this one now.
The amount allocated with the supplementation, is it enough to clear all the areas?
No, Minister. So they're currently, I'm informed that they are currently outstanding sum of 406.4 million. So as you would see, there will still be a shortfall.
And if I may, why isn't it being totally cleared off?
Well, Minister of Finance.
Oh God. You know, you used to think these people were intelligent people, But they have totally exposed themselves. That's why we want to hear them. We want to hear them.
They're rabble rousing. That's all they're doing.
Are we going back to the blaming and crashing and that whole story again? Or are we going to get a rational answer? Oh no, well, if we're just going to do the blaming again,
All right, so
we heard that already.
Can we move on and put the question?
It is so sad, boy. She asking, yeah, Caribbean Soul. You was just in government just a few months ago. And that is the question you asking? Margaret, you're correct. They were in office for 9.5 years, Tommy. You in office for 5 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks. And here is the dumb question. And she was Minister of Education now.
Miseducation.
She was the Minister of Education. But she said, changed her to the Minister of Miseducation. You, no. You know what? Let me listen to that again. This is the Minister of Education. Are you sure she was the Minister of Education? Folks, Nyan Gasby Dolly. Let me take this call.
Good night, Professor Wall Street.
Keyshawn.
Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Good night.
How are you guys doing tonight?
We are doing excellent.
Good, thanks, and yourself.
It's me, Keyshawn. Hello?
Go ahead. We
Yes,
hear
go
you.
ahead.
Yeah. So, this small pin don't deserve 1 black cent. He doesn't deserve anything at all from the Trinidad and Tobago people. You treated them like garbage, rubbish. Okay, I hope they lambast him. I hope they take it away from him.
Yep.
And I sent you a video earlier today, right?
Yeah.
On this waste woman, this dead King Penelope Beckles, about all the ministers said that she was in San Fernando, how they failed, and we need to rise to the occasion, and the youths and all the jibber jabber. She full of crap. That party need to crash and burn.
Yep.
They're wasteless. Then you're gonna tell me that you owe the UNC speakers them, you owe the UNC MPs money, back pay, and you refuse to pay them in 10 years? Out of the 10 years you refuse to pay them? When they raise the question, you owe us money? I know you coming to ask a billion and one worthless questions.
Correct.
It's a waste of time. I love to see how they just expose themselves. I hope that all of them make jail. All of them.
All of them. All of
They
them.
have to. Because you're thief and you're so bold-faced with it. You're exposing yourself, and all the money that every ministry got, They embezzled the money. They stole from the Trinidad and Tobago people. This Rowley, wherever he run go now, let the rich get richer so you can help the poor people. No, no, they're stealing from them. The poor people they're stealing from. And then I'm hearing I saw on the news that now these people up in Cedros, the fishermen, them, that the Venezuelans are messing with them. They need to get some Coast Guard out there. Trinidad need to get the Coast Guard all over to stop these idiots from doing things.
Yeah, man.
I'm just watching for the next review tomorrow when they lambast this PNM.
Correct.
They have to go.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Keisha.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
You guys have a great night.
All right.
You too, Keisha.
Folks, that's why I was wondering on this. Anna Webster Roy. But she looked like Gatsby Dolly, boy. To me, she look like she.
Of course.
I look like she had a pimple there too, boy. Well, look, we are AA. All right. Miss Santa Cruz says is Webster Roy. Is Anna Webster Roy. Okay. Yeah.
We have some message. Let me see what this guy says here.
Hold on. Let me see. I have a voice note here. Let me play this voice note. Hold on.
Good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and to everybody out there. Wall Street, I would love if you could play a little portion of William Monroe video for J. Rose, or is it Cactus Rose? One out of them Rose. Coming to talk about UNC slaves, how UNC have their slaves. Listen to what a black man is saying about the PNM. Just a little bit for her to hear how the PNM treated their own people. Some people have no shame whatsoever. How many years PNM was there and they have not uplifted their own people. But you coming to talk about UNC slaves? No, madam. Or it's the best, I don't know. You're out of place. Very, very far out of place. Thanks a lot, Wall Street.
Yeah. Miss Santa Cruz, let me say this to you. You don't have to go far. You don't have to go far in order to understand. Let me move this from the screen here. You don't have to go far, Miss Santa Cruz. Ask J. Rose what happened to the Laventil to Wall Street Empowerment Center under the People's National Movement. Ask she that. J. Rose, you know what I'm saying? Go down on Duncan Street and Independence Square and tell me what you see on the right-hand side heading up towards Laventil. You go and ask yourself, J. Rose. But while you're at it, this is what Miss Santa Cruz talking about. J. Rose, you there? Take a little listen to this.
Hello. This is Mr. William Monroe. This morning, I am here to discuss and to speak about the problem and their strategy that the PNM, what they have done to African people in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm saying to you, over the years, the PNM have been...
J. Rose still there? J. Rose, did you hear that? No. Let me play that back to me. This is William Monroe, who had PIP during the election, come out after the election. J. Rose, listen to this.
Hello. This is Mr. William Monroe. This morning, I am here to discuss and to speak about the problem and their strategy that the PNM, what they have done to African people in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm saying to you, over the years, the PNM have been in government over 40-something years. And they always pretend that they're looking after the African people and fooling them, completely fooling them. Because let us do some statistics. And I will start on asking you, We are number one in terms of the population. Now listen to this. If you're not checking the mix, then the Indians are in front in the population. But when you check an orange juice, if you take a cup of orange juice and you put water in it, it is still orange juice. So all the mix is African. So then we become the majority in the population. We are in the majority. When it comes to economically or financially, we are in the bottom of the barrel. It's no maybe about it. Over 40 years.
Not just the bottom of the barrel. J. Rose, under your party, Mrs. Kamala Prasad was to reduce the amount of black people living below the poverty line from 19.8% to 17.3%. Go look it up, J. Rose. As a matter of fact, when we come back, I'm glad. We go play that video too. We go play that too. Yeah? From 19.8% to 17.3%. You know what the Black Party, you talking about this, the party that most of the black supporters supported, you know what they did? They increased it from 17.3% to 26.3%. The highest in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. J. Rose, look, let me just finish this and go for the
PNM fool the Africa. It's no maybe about it. And I'm going to show you. If you can show me 10 lucrative African businessmen in Trinidad and Tobago, visible then, we can see.
J. Rose, that is your homework. Go and do some homework. And while you're at it, in the last 10 years, give me in the top 3 under the PNM, where black people were in the top 3 of the socioeconomic statistics in Trinidad and Tobago. I used to ask for 1. Top 3. Where black people under the PNM was in the top 3 in any socio-economic statistics in Trinidad and Tobago. Folks, we're going to take that break. When we come back, we're going to continue with more. Stay right there. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheed, and you. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. We'll be right back.
Fire! 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 Fire!
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE. We originate, not imitate.
Fire! 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 No more rain. No more rain. No more rain. No more rain. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We tired of the blue bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses, tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses, tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowling again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more red, 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 no more red. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowling again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you.
Oh, that was me. Sorry about that, folks. We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you. On WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live, share the live, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV, and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. As the professor said, share that live, share that live.
Under Prime Minister Keith Rowley. This is significantly higher than the national poverty rate of 15.2%. The poverty rate for black people is also higher than the poverty rate for other ethnic groups in Trinidad and Tobago, such as East Indians, 12.5%, and mixed, 10.6%. There are several factors that contribute to the epidemic poverty rate among...
Okay, you have that, right, Tommy?
Yep.
Now listen to this one. Them just only want to talk, you know. You see, they just come. When they come,
They don't know who they're messing with. We lost you, Wall Street. Wall Street just fell off. He'll be back.
about that,
He'll be,
myself out.
yeah, he just fell off for a minute.
Yeah, I just follow for a minute. When they come, they must come good, you know, because they don't come with no sort of facts, you know. Listen to this one now, eh? Listen to this.
In the sun-soaked streets of Trinidad and Tobago, a subtle shift was underway. A quiet transformation echoed in statistics and felt in the hearts of its people. According to the World Bank, a glimmer of change illuminated the lives of black citizens between 2010 and 2015 under the UNC government. The numbers spoke a story of progress, albeit slow. In 2010, nearly 19.8% of black Trinbagonians struggled beneath the poverty line, surviving on less than $2 US$15 per day. With each passing year, the percentages dwindled, marking a gradual descent: 19.3% in 2011, 18.8% in 2012, 18.3% in 2013, 17.8% in 2014, and 17.3% in 2015. The downtrend, though slight, was a testament to the efforts aimed at alleviating the burdens of poverty. Yet, amidst these incremental improvements, a stark reality persisted. The poverty rate in Trinidad and Tobago remained alarmingly high, reminding the nation of the uphill battle it faced. And within this overarching struggle, the
Jay, Jay, I know you're seeing that for the first time, eh? But listen to one of your PNM activists. I don't know where she is now. A PNM activist, eh? This is a PNM activist. Listen to she. Listen to she. Listen.
The issue of African people demanding their respect, whether it is in the politics or anything else, is something that is lacking badly in the African community. And that is why today we are at the bottom of the socio-economic ladder.
And them responsible for that too. Because them was silent. Silent. Yeah? So, Jay, go on, look, we have a next one here too, you know. Look.
Once upon a time, in the beautiful island nation of Trinidad and Tobago, the People's National Movement, PNM, had established itself as the ruling political party for an extensive period. With a devoted following and a series of electoral victories, the PNM had ensured its continued governance. However, despite the party's long-standing presence, a disconcerting issue persisted. Black people appeared to remain at the bottom of the socio-economic ladder. Several factors contributed to this persistent inequality.
Jay, you hear that? Look, that is enough, yeah? That is enough. And let me close with this one. This is the last one I'm going to play on this one.
You see the discussion that took place here last week about this black man company and this black company, and that this black government betraying black people? I take serious umbrage at that. And I tell you why. It was Eric Williams who wrote that the blackest thing in slavery was not the black man. And for all of you who want to talk about black man this and black man that, I might be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago.
Tommy, anytime you have to qualify your blackness, you have a problem.
Yep. You're not sure.
You ain't sure. You ain't sure. You ain't sure. Anytime you have to make such a statement, you know, so that is enough for Jay. Jay, enjoy yourself, eh? Because when you come, I know all of us come sideways. But we have to give all you the facts. The whole facts and nothing but the facts. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, the facts and all facts. But let me just play a little more this Monroe thing here. A little more. Only a little more. Eh? Just a little more. Because people clamoring for it. They're clamoring for it. They want to hear a little more. Let me play a little more. All right, let me get a little more there.
That more or less they can just sign a check probably for $1 million or more. If you can show me 10, well then something wrong with me then, because I haven't seen 10 and I was checking around and I didn't even see 5. You cannot check how many Chinese businesses have in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, all the Syrians involved in business and the Indians, well then they control all the business. They hard with the jobs, so this and this, but they work hard for that. Because I always say Trinidad and Tobago was built by the African and the Indians. So I have no problem with that. But the Syrian, well, you know, they dig out the eyes of your grandfather and family and come with the cloth and the different things and fool and who they fool and then they still fooling. The PNM give all the contract to the Syrian and the Indians and none to Africa. And there's no maybe about it. If you look about, you cannot see no viable businessman in terms of an African man doing and get no multi-million-dollar contract until they always tell you that we don't have the tools and the equipment to do that. But I know If they had given us the contract, we would have received loans and benefit from the bank, so we would be able to do the contract easy and lucratively. Laventille never failed the PNM yet. And it would not have taken the PNM $2 billion to change the look on the face of Laventille. It would not, and the way they spend money in feasibility and all the different things, billions of dollars. So $2 billion was nothing to spend to change the whole look of that Laventille area. And I'm saying, over 40-something years up to now, some of the people in Laventille still using latrine and those kind of outdoor toilets. That is totally unfair. Totally unfair. And I'm saying the PNM ignore and fool the African people too long. So we have to get serious and understand the way we're going forward. It's no baby about it, how we are going forward in the future. We have to stand firm, and whosoever is
Caller, welcome. Caller, call back. Call back, caller. Caller, call back. As I'm taking you, call, you hang up. Call back, caller. Yeah? That is William Monroe. William Monroe. Yeah? Right? Telling us about how the PNM. Look, I don't even want to talk about that no more, huh? To be honest with all you. You know? But Tommy, let me go out here for 1 minute and come back.
No worries. Meanwhile, let me play this voice note.
Brian Manning, they should give you the Kunumunu of the Year award, because that is what it is, a Kunumunu. Big, stupid Kunumunu. A man threaten and talk about your father, what you do to him, and you zip your lip, you get pipped, you get no work, and all of that, you keep quiet, just follow your work. That is what it is. But you can never put a toe in your father's shoe. Because when you see you lost that seat next time, you're going to be a political has-been. You're going to join the fake pastor up on that side, and two are going to be bosom buddies. Waste our time, Brian, man. Couldn't move out the year. I'm going to Professor Washington, Uncle Tommy. Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsh, all them PNM are political amnesia, right? And all them money that's going is going for years, you know. They ain't paying people their money, and they want this government to come and pay it off in one swoop, right? They must pay up all the money one time. Because with all they too wicked and evil, all on the other side, all they have to pay for what they're doing. It's all they cause the country to be in this bankruptcy, and what they want the events to pay up all the debts all they incurred for years now. Tomorrow, waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow go expose all the jockey shows and underwear go show tomorrow. Have a good day, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
You know, to me, it is just unbelievable that people just don't have the information together, and it's sad. It's sad. Yeah? But let me play this other video here quick. I don't think I played this one here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I did play that one. Oh, yes. Here is my editorial today on Dr. Rowley saying that he's going back to studying rocks. Correct, Tommy?
Right. He's going back to being a rock star.
You want to be a rock star, yeah. You want to be a rock star. You want to study rocks again. Boy, it is so sad, eh? It is so sad. But listen to this. I did an editorial today. I like this one too bad. Take a listen to this, folks.
Dr. Rowley's latest eruption of untruths, an editorial by Professor Wall Street. My mother-in-law told me 37 years ago that a liar has no memory, and Dr. Keith Rowley continues to provide compelling evidence for this timeless wisdom. The former Prime Minister's latest pronouncement about returning to volcano research as his first love represents yet another chapter in his ongoing struggle with truthfulness, a pattern that has defined his political career and apparently continues into his supposed retirement. Just months ago, Dr. Rowley solemnly told the population of Trinidad and Tobago that he was moving away from politics to spend more time with his wife and children. Now, barely settled into civilian life, he's announcing his return to volcanology, conveniently omitting any mention of that promised family time. This latest pivot is not merely a change of plans, it's another demonstration of his habitual relationship with the truth. Here are 10 reasons why Dr. Rowley continues to embody a liar has no memory. 1. The disappearing family promise. Rowley's solemn pledge to spend more time with his wife and children has evaporated faster than volcanic steam. His announcement about diving straight back into volcano research makes no mention of the family commitments he claimed were driving his political retirement. Apparently, family time was just another convenient narrative. 2. The first love fiction. Describing volcano research as his first love conveniently rewrites his own history. If volcanology was truly his first love, why did he abandon it for nearly a decade in politics? This romantic reframing of his career trajectory suggests someone who reshapes the past to suit present narratives. 3. The email gate pattern. Just as Rowley denied and deflected during the email gate scandal, only for evidence to eventually surface, his current narrative about retirement motivations follows the same pattern of initial misrepresentation, followed by quiet revision when convenient. 4. The Petrotrin precedent. Rowley repeatedly assured the nation that Petrotrin would not be closed, right up until it was shuttered. His current pivot from family time to intellectual stimulation mirrors this same pattern of categorical denials, followed by complete policy reversals. 5. The missing $100 million memory. The promised $100 million allocation to certain communities that never materialized demonstrates Rowley's tendency to make grand pronouncements that are quietly forgotten. His retirement promises appear to be following the same trajectory into oblivion. 6. The convenient timing. Announcing his return to volcanology at a Men in Leadership forum suggests this wasn't a long-planned retirement strategy, but rather an opportunistic pivot when presented with a platform and audience. True retirement planning doesn't typically involve spur-of-the-moment career announcements. 7. The intellectual stimulation. Excuse. Rowley's claim that he's returning to volcanology for intellectual stimulation rather than as a job conveniently ignores that he could have found intellectual stimulation in the family time he promised. This suggests his retirement motivations were never genuine. 8. The limited politics lie. While claiming his involvement in politics going forward would be limited, Rowley is already providing public commentary and appearing at leadership forums. His definition of limited involvement appears as flexible as his other commitments. 9. The selective service narrative. Rowley now frames his volcanology work as serving populations that were threatened, positioning himself as a selfless protector. This heroic reframing contrasts sharply with his recent claims that family obligations were his priority, revealing how he adjusts his narrative to suit the audience. 10. The regional needs justification. His sudden concern for the Caribbean's need for experienced voices in disaster management wasn't mentioned when he was explaining his political retirement. This newfound regional responsibility appears to be a post hoc justification for abandoning his family time promises. The deeper pattern of deception, Dr. Rowley's latest career pivot, is not merely about volcanology. It's about a fundamental inability to maintain consistent narratives over time. His retirement announcement was presented as a deeply personal decision driven by family priorities, yet within months, he's announcing professional commitments that directly contradict those stated motivations. This pattern extends far beyond retirement planning. Throughout his political career, Rowley has demonstrated a remarkable ability to forget his own previous statements when they become inconvenient. From email gate denials to Petrotrin promises to community allocations, his track record shows someone who treats public commitments as temporary conveniences rather than binding obligations. The volcano metaphor is particularly apt for Dr. Rowley's relationship with truth. Like volcanic activity, his deceptions often lie dormant before erupting unexpectedly, reshaping the landscape of public discourse. His latest eruption, pivoting from family man to volcano researcher, follows this familiar pattern of sudden dramatic shifts that leave observers wondering what happened to previous commitments. The memory problem. My mother-in-law's observation about liars having no memory finds perfect expression in Dr. Rowley's career trajectory. He appears genuinely unable to remember his own previous statements when they conflict with current opportunities. This isn't mere political flexibility. It's a systematic inability to maintain narrative consistency over time. The transition from spending time with family to intellectual stimulation through volcanology happens so seamlessly that one wonders if Rowley even remembers making the original family commitment. This selective amnesia has been his consistent approach to inconvenient promises throughout his career. The public trust deficit. Dr. Rowley's latest pivot damages more than just his personal credibility. It undermines public trust in political leadership generally. When former leaders casually abandon their stated motivations and commitments, it reinforces public cynicism about political promises and leadership integrity. The people of Trinidad and Tobago deserve better than leaders who treat public statements as rough drafts subject to constant revision. They deserve consistency, honesty, and the basic respect that comes from keeping one's word, even in retirement. In conclusion, Dr. Rowley's return to volcanology might serve legitimate scientific purposes, and the Caribbean certainly benefits from experienced disaster management expertise. However, the manner of this announcement, casually abandoning his family-focused retirement narrative without acknowledgement or explanation, reveals the same pattern of casual dishonesty that characterized his political career. As my mother-in-law warned decades ago, a liar has no memory. Dr. Rowley's inability to remember his own retirement commitments, like his previous amnesia about Emailgate, Petrotrin, and community allocations, confirms this wisdom. His latest eruption of inconsistency reminds us that some patterns of behavior persist regardless of office or status. The former prime minister may have returned to studying volcanoes, but perhaps he should first study the seismic damage that his persistent relationship with untruth continues to inflict on public discourse and democratic institutions. Some eruptions, after all, leave lasting scars on the landscape. The volcano.
So there you have it, folks. My editorial. And I'm figuring, folks, I think that will be my last editorial, Tommy. I think that will be
Why?
my last editorial.
Why?
On former Prime Minister Rowley.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. I think that will be my last editorial. I feel something. I just feel like if I'm wasting time, I put in precious time on them editorial and I'm wasting time. But Tommy, I also want to remember this song that Lady Gypsy penned some while ago, and we're only going to play the first or second verse of this song. Listen to this, Listen to this.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much a one thing good for nothing. Too much a good thing never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up with PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost the hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man.
I wanna play that over, Tony. Let me just play that over. Listen to this, Jay, listen to this, Listen to this. You know Calypsonians that be talking the truth. Listen to this, Jay.
How could we cope? Man lost the hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring me bell, wake up Eric Williams. Tell him the party from them PNM needed immediate attention. Ring me bell. Wake up Mother Cornhawks. Tell she to cast a spell on we party. Not what it used to be.
You hear that? You gotta wake up Mother Cornhawks. Yeah, that's how fight had to go, Tommy. Wake up Mother Cornhawks, boy. You think it's easy? Let me take this voice now. Hold on.
Good night to you, Mr. Wall Street. Uncle Tommy. Mr. Wall Street, good talent all the too now.
Man, one good talent too, boy. Roger says, Wall Street, I want this government go after AV drilling. I feel they can get back some of the country's monies through that channel. Okay. Miss Santa Cruz say, remind them who wanted to do gentrification in Port of Spain. Ras, I'm going to play your clip. Ras, that clip is 35 minutes. You know? Yeah, Mr. Florida.
Hello?
Yeah, you're inside.
Yeah, good night again, Mr. Hanson, Mr. Tommy. Mr. Hanson, Mr. Tommy, and to everybody who listening, and is Rowley running from Trinidad and Tobago?
Is he running? Maybe you want to talk about that fella no more, huh? I ain't doing no more editorial on that fella.
Yeah, but no, a beautiful editorial. Yeah, don't do no more editorial. And when he say he is the blackest man, you know.
Yeah, he's the black. He could be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago.
But Mr. Hanson, the man running from Trinidad, the man gonna take his wife, and he's going to move.
You think so?
You see, yeah, because he know the crime rate in Trinidad is high. It'll take a lot for UNC to stop this crime. It will take years, and he don't want his family in jeopardy. He live his country in such shambles. He don't worry about the PNM voters. You know. Maybe forget others who don't vote for him. The man running from Trinidad. Mr. Hanson, you telling me a man in his position after so many years in politics and her contract and his wife and getting $87,000 a month. He can't live like a king with that in Trinidad. Why is he running to Montserrat for? Because he want to leave Trinidad and Tobago after he read instructions. So I want people to understand. You see how easy it is for PNM politicians to migrate out of this country? Simple. And you know, you know, none of them PNM might will say after he leave this mess, why he running from Trinidad, why he just stay and help the PNM party and give them his input. Man gone. I leave them high and dry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yet they will see the PNM till they're dead. The man run, but anyway, the man going in the correct place because Mr. Hansen, where the city devil is resigning, the hottest place on earth. He going in his hometown, the volcano. That's where the devil belong. All right, Mr. Hansen, so to me, look on this man.
Yeah, man. Bless. Wahida says, good evening, Professor Warshid and Uncle Tommy Lockdown. Enjoying this great informative program. Little Trinidad shouldn't have any poor underprivileged people. Too much money wasted by the PNM. Thank you, Wahida. Let's see. Tommy, you have any voice notes? Yeah?
Not at the moment.
Okay. You know what? I want to call. I see an article by Shane Mohammed. Today is Tuesday.
Yep.
I see an article by Dr. Shane Mohammed talking about. Let me see if he go pick up his phone. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Why is it there, by? No, that ain't not supposed to be there. I'm gonna try that phone and see. Dr. Mohammed, you have a minute? You're live on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Oh, tell me.
Okay, hold on. So, folks, we have Dr. Shane Mohammed on the line, no stranger to WZYE 95.9 FM. How are you doing, Dr.
Good evening, Dr. Shin.
Dr. Mohammed, I saw an article in the newspapers with your picture in it talking about. They had your picture. They had your picture. I say, Dr. Mohammed picture make it in the papers again, boy.
Again. That's the key word. Again.
I say again. And here is what he says. Political analysts want Penny to explain her role in PNM losing its way. All right? And they had a, let me see what the quote is. Mohammed said, let me repeat them. You know, sometimes them just misquote people. So I want to misquote you. So that's why I call. Political analyst Dr. Shane Mohammed said yesterday the statement without does little to inspire confidence. We have known for some time the PNM lost its way, but now that she said it, what did she do about it? At one point between 2015 and 2025, did she and others recognize this? And who are the others, he asked. Dr. Mohammed, I call you to ask you your opinion. I'm not going to give, I give it my opinion all the time. Yeah. How did you come to that conclusion, Dr. Mohammed?
How did I come to what conclusion?
That at what point, or you was asking the question, at what point between 2015 and 2025 did she and others recognize that the PNM had lost its way? Because Dr. Mohammed, my question is this.
You see, my question is a rhetorical question because how is it that all of us, the context is all of us, those of us who are outside of the PNM observing the government, those members of the government and members of the PNM who were inside with the government, how is it that the country at large, Tobago in 2021, Trinidad in 2023 local government election, but the opposition, the academics, the economists, the sociologists, the criminologists, you name the ologists, the psychologists, the academic, everybody, from the people on the ground, all the way up. How is it that we all knew collectively that the PNM had lost its way? We all knew that the government had deviated from effective, good governance for more than 5 years. My question to the opposition leader now is, at what point in time did she realize that the PNM had lost its way? And at what point, if at any point in time, did she say, do, raise a concern, raise a red flag, uh, say it, speak about it in a cabinet meeting without giving details about the cabinet aspect? At what juncture did the opposition leader and or others, and if there were others, who were the others that said to the leadership of the government and the leadership of the country and the leadership of the PNM at the time that we have lost our way and that we need to switch gears and return to governance that was people centered and people centric? And if there's no answer to that, then you are culpable as well. And if you did not do anything about it, then my question is a simple question. Is it that you bided your time and allowed the chip to fall where they may, and now that the chips have fallen and you have risen, and uh, this is your time to rub salt in Rowley and Stewart's wounds? If that's the case, then so be it. But don't tell us things that we already knew. And if others, including the 6 former members of former ministers that now populate her slate, um, if those 6 persons were part of the contingency that recognized that the party had lost its way and the government had lost its way, what did they do about it? And if they did nothing about it, then is it that they all just waited for the chips to fall where they may, and now that the chips have fallen where they are, that they are now seeking to revive the party? And if it is, the next part of it is, why then are we hiding? If the party is already in disarray, and the party has fallen apart, and Balize House is still on fire post the 28th of April, then why don't you call names then? Give us more. Give the population and the PNM membership the opportunity to fully judge, not partially, fully judge those that were responsible for the party and the government losing its way. Because I don't see how you can rebuild a party and rebuild in one log if you are carrying or hiding um, the perpetrators of good governance, or lack of the perpetrators of bad governance, I should say. Why are you keeping them silent? So then, if you're keeping people silent and you're holding secret for them, then you're no different. Because my thing is this: the other part of it is, why is there such a level of arrogance in the parliament from the perspective from the opposition side? Why is Gadsby Dolly and Imbert and Gonzales and others so arrogant? So you're wrong and strong. You're wrong and strong. There's no humility. There's no there's no cowering. There's no it's as if we were wrong, strong, we lost, and we still right. That's what we getting. Because they don't want to hear. This is the Gatsby Dolly telling the Minister of Education today. Is it the same old? Well, we left it like that, and we were the problem, and that's why we are. Well, we are only 6 weeks into a new government and a new term. We are only 6 weeks post an election. The heat from that election is still very relevant. The effects of the poor governance of 2015 to 2025 is still relevant. And if anybody doubts that or anybody refutes that, then they're living in a different reality than you and me and the others and your audience and those listening and those reading. I also, in that article, if you look under that article, that you would have seen my face. There's one gentleman by the name of oh gosh, oh Jesus, he's always in a red, white, and black outfit, waving a flag and walking from Arima to Port Spain. Wendell Eversley.
Wendell.
And Wendell Eversley,
Yeah.
his only contribution to what I have said is for me to declare where I got my PhD from. My PhD came from Atlantic International in the state of Hawaii, and it's signed by the governor of Hawaii, dated the 11th day of December 2020. I don't understand why it is that is relevant 5 years after the fact. My question is, what contribution, if any, has Wendell Eversley given to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and what sociological contribution or development has he provided as an individual or as part of another entity in the last 20 years? I'm not even going to go 40 years. That I mean, we still we live in a country where it seems as though people are not understanding that our emotions as people, as citizens, we take 10 years of mobilization as what to break it down to to normal everyday ground language. We take 10 years of mobilization, international and regional embarrassment. We became pauperized as a result of the poor governance, the maladministration, the losing its way, the grandeur of office, the hubris of ministers that caused us, a rich people in human capital, to become poor in the natural resources and our birthright. And these people sit on the parliament and boldface and brazen and wrong and strong and behaving as if they've been out of government for the last 2 years. They only out of government for 6 weeks. 6 multiplied by 7 is 42 days. We are still we are in government the exact amount of time that Stuart Young stayed as prime minister.
You know, Dr. Mohammed, it's the first time in 10 years I sat down and watched a parliament in the parliament channel. I watched.
And have you noticed a stark difference?
Man, oh God, man. The speaker boy, oh boy. There's such
Isn't
a.
the speaker absolutely fantastic to listen to?
You being generous? The man is splendiferous, marvelous,
The man,
tremendous,
the man
fantastic,
brings
spectacular.
he brings a different level of charisma, a different level of intelligentsia, a different level of decorum, a different style, a different everything. I mean, I hold no breath for the speaker, but speaker come, speaker go, and I believe in our history, speakers are supposed to make their mark.
Correct.
And this speaker is making his mark, right? And I would say to Trinidad and Tobago and those listening that while while we are excited, while we are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and we have great expectations of this government, and I still believe that it is too early to pass any judgment. It's only been 40-something days. We have to give them 3 months, and then 6 months, and then 9 months. And I think after a 6 month period, the government needs to start coming together as a high performance workspace. While because they would have had 6 months before to gather information, to fact find, to get the facts, to get the information needed, to find the status quo. And then before we get to September, we see them leveling out. I'm looking forward to seeing what September brings. I'm also looking forward to see what the next 2 days brings when the parliament is in mid-year review. And I'm very interested in seeing how those persons who were in office a mere 40-something days for 10 years, how they're going to behave as if they don't know what they left. but it's not unreasonable to, or it's not unrealistic. It is not far fetched. It is not movie like. It is not imaginary for to envision that they would behave as if they don't know what they left. Because the former Minister of Finance did not realize or pretended to not realize that he'd lost a court of appeal matter to an individual on the 24th of February 2025. So that's the effect of hubris.
Yeah.
Macro hubris, I would add to that. Not just normal hubris.
But Dr. Mohammed, before you go, they're gonna pilot what did they pilot a bill tomorrow with respect to the pension that the former Prime Minister Stuart Young supposed to receive $87,000 a year. A
I think
million
it's
and
an
40.
excellent move, and I think it's fair to say that the Prime Minister must serve more than a year in office in order to collect that pension. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair and it makes a lot of sense. And why should the taxpayers have to fork out $1,044,000 for a person who's been in office for less than 2 months? That ain't making no
Correct.
sense.
Correct.
It just
Correct.
doesn't make sense.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Well, Doctor
But
Mo-
I do think that it's unfortunate though that the opposition leader is not having the opportunity to contest and beat an opponent, and that either speaks to the cowardice that exists within the structure of the PNM. It also could be instructive as it pertains to the guilt of those that are that held pseudo leadership roles. Um, it also speaks to another underlying issue that I will speak about later after the election of the internal election of the party. But um, I think the opposition leader should step out of the ordinary and be extraordinary. And if she has to be, if she has to burn it down in order to reconstruct it, take it all down and reconstruct it into an image and likeness that people could feel more confident in. Not that not the ashes or the anything that would cause us, which I think exists, to now always have doubt. This country, this current generation of voters, we will never forget. And if we do, then we deserve what we get in the future. But we should never forget the hardships, the psychological, emotional, physical, financial, national, international, regional, identity, uh, patriotic crisis that we felt for 10 years, and embarrassment also.
Dr. Mohammed, before you go, folks, put your closing comments in the chat and your closing notes, and also send your closing voice notes. Dr. Mohammed, if you go to the Olympics or the World Championship, there is something called a false start. You can be disqualified if you run out of your lane. And I will have think or thought that the new political leader of the People's National Movement and opposition leader would have get rid of the old baggage like Faris Alwari, Foster Cummins, Colin Booth, Amy Brown, Nyan Gatsby Dolly, the Notbreaker, the Nosebreaker, whatever they call them. Them.
Well, they're all, that's the six people I'm talking about because they're all part of her slate now. So what she's done is that she's incorporated six losers.
Losers?
Six. She's incorporated six individuals, six losers, six persons who have all contributed to our financial, sociological, psychological, emotional, international, regional, and national um, regression.
And we always say here, Dr. Mohammed, a fish doesn't rotten from the tail. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. So, as much as people say, oh, we like Penny, I was surprised that she had such a bad false start in her first foray to the political Olympics. I call it
Well,
political.
I guess she does not want to make too many enemies too early. So let's see how it goes. But this does not engender public trust and confidence if she's not calling names. In fact, now is the time to call names. I want to. I don't. I am not being political. In fact, I am stand very independently. In comparison to my colleagues who have not said what I've said. But I want to know at what point. I'm not dead. I'm not joking about that. I'm very serious. I'm very, very, very serious. In a very non-political way, I'm very serious from a governance perspective. I'm very serious from a political science perspective because this is historical. I want to know. You were inside. I want to know. Tell me when. When did you realize? At what point did you realize that government had lost its way? Who, together with yourselves, saw it, and what did you all do or did not do? And that would be very instructive to all of us going forward. And it would remove doubt or it would provide a level of information that we would know where we stand going forward. Don't let us play tic-tac-toe in this regard. I want you to tell me exactly how you figured this out when we were saying it for years.
Yep. Yep.
And when you tell us that, maybe then we may start looking at the PNM with a different light. But until then, it means you keep it secret.
Dr. Mohammed, it's always a pleasure, man, to get you so quick on your phone. Thank you very kindly.
No problem. Take
Yeah,
care, fellas.
take care.
Thank you, Shane.
All right, there you have it, folks. From the political analyst, political scientist slash analyst, Dr. Shane Mohammed. Yeah, telling you, folks, don't forget, put your closing comments in the chat and your closing quotes and send your closing voice notes. Yeah, I mean, when did she become aware? When? Eh, Tommy? So you were saying, Tommy, you were saying, you was in the game all the time. You saying you in the game, you playing in the game, and you know what's going on in the game, and you ain't saying nothing. You understand? And when the game finish, and only lose the game, right? And you name captain, all of a sudden now you get mouth. You say, boy, you know, I see this, I say that. Yeah, really, 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 Penny. Penny too weak. Penny weak. She weak. Sorry, but she weak. You understand? And
Yep.
and you have any voice notes there, Tommy?
No, I didn't get any new notes.
Rajesh says, I love how the speaker is interpret the standing order when the opposition trying to reject. Yeah. And look how many people in the chat say they look at the Parliament channel now for the first time. Tommy, I looked at that is the Standing Finance Committee. I sit down there looking at the whole thing, Tommy. Yeah, cool runner. Penny with no sense. I sit down there looking at the whole thing. I say, well, wait, boy. The thing very, very interesting. Yeah, it's interesting because when you listen to the people on the opposition bench, you will ask yourself, Tommy,
Where were they?
You had the Minister of Finance, you had the Minister of Education, you had the Minister of Public Utilities, who also became the Minister of National Security. You had the Minister of Communication, you had the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And Tommy, them was running. And then you have the Minister of Youth, Sport and Development. And Tommy, them fellas was kind of, well, they was behind things happening. They wasn't running the country because that was the 1%. Yeah? Yeah? Caribbean Soul say that Parliament channel used to block all UNC comment when PNM was in power. Only now that channel getting plenty views. But Caribbean Soul, TTT was the same thing. TTT used to block certain comments. I never used to go in there and make no comment. Miss Santa Cruz, you stay safe as well and stay blessed. Yeah. So there was a kind of a philosophy to me to try to stifle people. Put your foot on people's neck. That's what the PNM does. And they still feel they want to do it in opposition, you know. You hear them talk in opposition? Boy, we want all of them to be gone. All. Every one of them. Right? We don't want to see them no more. When we see them, we just get upset. Look at them. Them is the people of the country in the condition it is today. And they want to come and ask, oh, how much is that for? Is that for all them cars too? You. All it wasn't there for 9, 10 years? All they didn't know? All they didn't know? Boy, what time is Parliament tomorrow, folks? What time is Parliament tomorrow? I gotta go and run early to make sure I come back for Parliament. What time is Parliament tomorrow? Let's put it in the chat. So, folks, we're gonna take a quick station break. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, put your closing quotes in the chat. Send your closing comment, and we'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. You guys have put us over the 17,000 subscriber marker. We want you to continue to get us to 20,000, just as Mr. Intellectual had predicted. And he made that prediction, and we're on the way to that prediction. So Parliament is from 1 p.m. tomorrow. All right. So tomorrow, I have to get up early, Tommy, go and run early, and sit down in my man cave with my glass of Moby and 2 drops, maybe a sweet bread, and yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah. So folks, let me give my closing comment. Kandalal Samlar Singh, welcome. Yeah, Kandalal, welcome. Let me give my closing quote. We want to thank Dr. Shane Mohammed again for coming in and joining us for a short time. I think maybe we will see if we could get and you see what the PNM trying to do? Yeah? What they're trying to do to Roger Alexander. But Alexander, steady course, steady course. It only gets better. They go try all kind of thing. But steady course. Yeah, man. This is my closing course, folks.
Tuesday. Good morning, Lord. Today is Tuesday, Father, June 17th, and I start this day with my heart in your hands. You know every detail of what I'm going through. You see the battles I don't tell anyone about, the worries I try to hide behind smiles, and the fears I carry in silence. That's why, Father, today I ask you, give me strength to keep going, wisdom to make the right decisions, and peace to calm the thoughts that keep trying to steal my focus. If today is a day of answers, let them come with clarity. If it's a day of waiting, help me trust and be patient. And if it's a day of new beginnings, let me feel your care guiding each step. Deliver me from everything that doesn't come from you. Keep away from me anything that can harm me, and fill my day with signs of your presence. Let this Tuesday not end without me noticing how much you're with me, taking care of everything, even the things I don't know how to solve. In Jesus' name, amen. If this prayer
From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
My first quote is from Maya Angelou, and it says, "When you learn, teach. When you get, give." Like I always say, you the man in the mirror. You have to become that change you want to see. However, when you look in the mirror, if you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Stay strong. Be safe. We'll see you on Thursday, God willing. Good
Thank you,
night.
Tommy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me see if there's any closing voice notes. Uh, no, no closing voice notes. Okay. Let me go to the chat. Closing comments. Semantic 62. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing. That's a good one. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. Confucius. That's a good one, semantic. Yeah. Monica Ramkisoon. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. 91, passage 27. Worship and Uncle Tommy and all on the live. Be safe, stay blessed. And Monica, that is a psalm I say every morning that I wake up, every single morning. That psalm and Psalm 27. Excellent, excellent. Isaiah, one of my favorites. Mr. Intellectual closing comment. The road that takes you to hell can never take you to heaven. Be careful the road that you choose. Okay, careful, folks. You know, there's something that says everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. That's interesting. That's interesting. Cool Runner says, folks, check the weather reports for TT. Expect somebody. Gandalal Samlal Singh said, Penny just like Rawlaya. Rawlaya just wanted to get rid of Manan. Penny just wanted to get rid of Rawlaya. She had no voice before. Now, she can only get voice because she got rid of Rawlaya. Caribbean Soul closing comment. Success is our shadow. Don't try to catch it. Walk your own way. It will automatically follow you. Remember, shadow follows you only when you walk towards bright. Correct is right. Susan Lalchan closing comment. Good night to everyone. Have a peaceful night and sweet dreams. Love, love, love. Kenrick Callahan closing comment. A penny a day has hunger for years. Okay. Okay. Miss Santa Cruz closing comment. If you never heal from what hurt you, you'll bleed on people who didn't cut you. Tamara Kulish. All right. Correct is right. Yeah. And that's what I like about these quotes. You know, I love these quotes too. So, folks, there you have it. Uh, there you have it. Make sure. Okay. Busy, I see you. I see you. I see your comment. I think I see it. Gen Z Paul says the Speaker of the House is the best I've ever seen or heard. James Howlett says, beautiful people are not always good, but good people are always beautiful. Young Bro says, monkey don't see on his tail, axe roll. Gen Z Paul says, what you do today determines your history tomorrow. All right. Gandalal says, hurting people hurt people. That's what Rolaya did in Trinidad and Tobago. There you have it, folks. We are out of here. We see you on Thursday. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. We are out of here. What are we going to go out with today? Somehow. All right. Okay. I got it. We are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We see you.
I have a political cemetery. It's not for people like you and me. It is for all them politicians. And I dig in the grave, no fuck with me hand. I find some of them, they living too long. And every 5 years,
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
no plight of my people. Too much a one thing good for nothing. Too much a good thing never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up with PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost the hope. I have seen no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring me bell, wake up Eric Williams. Tell him the party from name PNM needed immediate attention. Ring me bell. Wake up, Mother Corn.
Hi, good morning. I speak to the repressive government of Trinidad and Tobago this morning. I want to tell you how easy it is for us to move out of...
I ring my bell, ring my bell. I ring my bell down there. I ring my bell, ring my bell. I ring my bell down there.